When you look at the Australian population, there's a 72% of Australian property investors only have one property. As a percentage of the total Australian population, that is 5.4% of the Australian population calls themselves a property investor. But of those, only 72% have one property. That's not going to cut it, and it's not going to feed a retirement for you. Come down here to 6 or more, 0.88%. So not even 1% of the Australian property investors in this country have 6 or more properties. So not even 1% of the Australian property investors in this country actually get it right. And when we consider that as a percentage of the total population, it's not even 0.1%. It's 0.07%. And the thing is, the whole industry is geared to sell you the types of investment properties that keep you in that structure, that keep you on that treadmill. You don't want to be sheep in this environment, particularly this next cycle that we're coming into. Do you know what happens if you're a sheep in a mob? You smell the backside of the sheep in front of you. And that's the results you'll get. I love this cartoon. I can't think now, I'm working. This is so true. So many people don't spend the time to actually step back and think about what they actually want. You know, there's not an accountant, there's not an economist, there's not a financial advisor, there's not a lawyer, there's nobody that's going to be thinking about you and your personal financial future as much as you are. So you're the one who has to take control of it. You're the one who has to govern it and steer it and think about it and ask the questions and make decisions. It's you. It isn't anybody else. People who just pass their money off and their fortunes off to somebody else to manage things, all you're doing is saying, I don't want to make a mistake, so if you make a mistake, that's okay, because then I can blame you. That's not how it works. When we get so busy in our lives and other things, we get very caught up in what's going on around us. And it is an effort to step back and go, hang on a minute, where am I going here? Am I a pawn in somebody else's chessboard, or am I actually directing my own path? And most people aren't, unfortunately.